I never get to dance.
It's gonna hurt. It's not feeling good. It's gonna break you. What's up, guys? Colby Cheese here. Today we're going to be looking at the closed beta for a new MOBA from Area Games. This one's called Chaos Heroes Online, and if you are looking at it initially, it's going to ring true for a lot of you Dota 2 players, and that's because it actually is originating, if I remember correctly, from an old spin-off of Dota. And so a lot of the heroes and a lot of the scenery and whatnot is going to very closely resemble the Dota scene. So there are some big, huge changes in this particular game from the original MOBA playstyle that you may be used to with League of Legends or with Dota. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about those. I actually had a lot of fun playing in this game. So this particular champion right here is supposed to be a caster. I wasn't really too sure of all of the different items yet because, you know, that always takes a while. But the cool thing is that she feels like a bit of a hybrid between a carry and a mage. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. So first off, you have your traditional 3-lane setup and 5v5. And so basically, whenever you go down the lanes, there's no actual denying of last hits. And on top of that, there's only generally 3 creeps per wave. So a lot of what they intend for this game is for you to actually roam around and fight jungle creeps in between pushing the lane. So that's what I tend to do in this particular game. I was running around killing a lot of jungle creeps. They spawn fairly quickly and you can even run into the enemy jungle. And I think the idea is that there should be a lot of roaming, a lot of ganking through the woods, and they want a very active playstyle and kind of discourage the whole passive farming for 30 minutes type of gameplay. On top of that, you don't actually go back to the base to buy items. You can buy items at any point and they instantly show up in your hand. You don't have to worry about some kind of creature that runs and grabs items for you or anything like that. So it's very centered around constant action, constantly fighting, pushing creeps, roaming around, things like that. Kind of an odd mechanic that is in place in the game. Everyone has this summoner ability, which is essentially every time you're about to die, you can hit the Z button and it makes you immune to all damage and you teleport back to the base. It's on like a really long 5-minute cooldown, but if you play safe enough, you can have that up for the most part every time you get into a really bad situation. Of course, you do have the covet of, oh, then you gotta walk back. But the thing about this game is that the respawn times are extremely high. You can get up to a max level of 25, and at 25, the respawn time is like 2 or 3 minutes. It's pretty damn insane, which is actually very good that it is that long because the objective in this game, as usual, is to go to the enemy base and kill their final little nexus thing. But in order to do that, you have to kill all of the buildings from all 3 lanes. So you can't just like push up the middle and win the game quickly. There is the forced fighting of all these buildings. On top of that, there are all of these little guardians that are creatures that are like moving towers basically, that are really tough and hit really hard. So you have to fight off all of those things and the enemy champions in order to win the game. So, of course, higher respawn timers allow for you to actually sit there and combat all of those buildings. So that's pretty important to have in mind. Now, overall, the gameplay feels really smooth. The game that I played was very enjoyable. This character feels pretty insane. Of course, I did get a little bit of head, so obviously in games like this, you can really carry hard if you get that kind of a gold level advantage. This particular champion has a lot of mobility. You can actually blink a short distance, and then on top of that, you can blink to a champion and then bounce in between various champions. So my power comes whenever I'm fighting in a team fight because my character can bounce like 30 different times between people. Think Master Yi, but instead of like 6 little alpha strikes, you're hitting them 30 times. So I can just absolutely murder an entire team of players. And then I've got this really long range nuke. As you can see, it looks like I'm throwing out little flowers or something. And on top of that, for my ultimate, I make this massive area of effect countdown type of thing, and it just blows bitches up, and it is glorious. So overall, I feel extremely OP, but the thing is, basically every champion in the game, from what I've seen, is pretty OP when played right and you have decent items and you have a level advantage. But I think that's kind of where you can draw the relations to the whole Dota style gameplay, where one person can get extremely powerful and absolutely carry the game. So there's kind of this auto buy mechanic early on anyways. When you have the open slots, the game will automatically buy these potions for you. You can also get hit and it'll remove the effect of a healing potion. So it's similar to Dota in that sense. You've also got a vampiric potion, so when you're in the jungle fighting enemy creeps or neutral creeps, either one, you can actually get your health back rather than going back. Because if you want to go back to the base, you have to use your 5-minute cooldown thing, or you have to walk all the way back. And I'm guessing the idea is you want to stay out farming as much as possible while it's still safe, of course. So that's kind of the idea anyways. There's also this potion, which, you know, sometimes I forget to use it, as I'm really new to the game anyways. It's like an anti-magic potion, and it'll deflect a spell if someone shoots it at you, but you have to time it correctly. Like if someone's going to hit you with a nuke, you gotta pop that potion, because you also have this little anti-magic stick thing that you can dispel other people's anti-magic. So there's all this counterplay with dispelling and blocking spells and you know, removing the anti-magic on top of your actual champion abilities and that sort of thing. So overall, there, from what I can tell, is going to be a huge difference in skill levels, which you would expect from a competitive online game like this. And it makes it a lot of fun in the sense that you can always be learning something new, and I actually enjoy a lot of the mechanics. So overall, I think the game's pretty fun. You can sign up for free at the Area Games website and go check it out and get your beta key. It's in closed beta, but I signed up and got a key within like the next day. So I would recommend checking it out, see what you guys think, and you might actually enjoy this one. There are so many different MOBAs out there right now that everyone is pretty much competing for your attention, but in my opinion, this one is at least worthy of checking out and you know, giving a few games to see if you like it. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you around next time. I'm Cool with Cheese. Peace out.